Weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without it.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Time for our first look at the Denver offense, and of course the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 13 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet, he's going to have the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It was Tyus Bowser that time who made the play on the defensive side. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 26. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. And they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we give up the middle to Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run for Debo here to start the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
From the 27, Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Odafe Oweh there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Out route complete to Dulcich. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders from 6 yards away.
And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Ravens hit 6-5 now in the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Got his target, Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Hey, come on. Hey, report. Report. Hey, Ozzy.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On second down, here's Debo.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 31. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Open man is Duvernay. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that come.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how to get it. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go play action with Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson now.
That one complete to Prochet.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. Incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
On 3rd down, it's Debo.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Julio Jones from 21 yards away.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the option, it's Jackson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Jackson on first down. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Samuel. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Throwing on second down. Wilson outright. This one goes to Patrick. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
There's Wilson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down, but just dotting the I. I think he crossed the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
Gordon will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Here's a toss right side for Debo.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. To throw is Jackson.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at the 41-yard line.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Wilson
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. So now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and the Broncos are in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And this is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Ravens ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And this one's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now in Baltimore. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
A handoff for Samuel.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run right on the option. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver's offense now set to go. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Ravens have got it. Toss out left for Debo. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's a give to Samuel. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third, here's an option play right, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Samuel. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. He'll try again. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Debo Samuel, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught by Sanders. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. Samuel. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Hey, come on.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now Gordon on 1st down, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. He'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 10, 46 seconds to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Pass complete, Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Jackson.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. One last shot for Jackson. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist.